So hi guys, this is Rahul Prajapati. Very good morning to all of you and welcome to another demo video. So in today's session, we are going to learn about the order and trade analytics. So this is very new innovative tool under which we are basically studying the order book specifically. So we will try to comprehend how to study the order book and how the data that we are fetching from the order book will be helpful for us to in the trades. So this particular tool can be used for specifically three things. You can say first is you can say how to identify a breakout. Okay. Second point would be how to do the option scalping, and majorly this particular tool could be used for intraday trading. Okay, so order and trade analytics is basically one of the prominent tool that we have. Okay, so as of now we don't have any kind of this kind of tool in the market. So let's try to see how this particular tool work and how can you use this particular thing to optimize your trading, right? Now let's see from where we can find this particular stock, the tool. Okay. Now, first of all, when you open your Quants app, so you will find the second option as order and trade analytics. Okay. Now, before going to this, if you click on this, you will get a chart under which you have VWAP running for the price. Plus, you can add some indicator here. Let's say probably so basically, if you write Q and order. Okay. So when you write this, you will get a lot of indicators here. Okay. So we will keep on discussing about all those indicators, right? It's not difficult, easy to explain all the indicators in just one go. So we will be discussing about few today, and then probably we'll come to the other indicators in coming sessions. Now, before coming to this particular indicator or probably tool, right? So we need to create a base for this. So how do we do it? As an option trader, whenever we trade in the market, we only have three important data. Okay, so let me just share it. So even though when you are trying to trade the market as an option trader, right, we always have, you can say, these three type of data, right? First is we talk in terms of the price. Okay, so that's the price. When we have the second one is always volume. Okay, and the third one we have is the open interest. Okay, so these are the three important data as an option trader. Generally, if I say, we will mostly go with this kind of option open interest, right? So as an option trader, either you are a buyer or a seller, you always try to use the open interest, right? Now, what apart from this, how this particular this tool will help you out, right? And the question is, how do we identify the trade using this? Okay, so let's see. Now let's come to the first. We'll try to see open interest, right? So we'll go to the open interest first. And we'll try to see for one particular stock. So fine. Now APL Limited, the stock has moved up today. Oh, okay, so it is trading above 1,000 call option. So see this is the call option. It is showing you the open interest. So a lot of people might have created a position. So when we talk about the open interest, we have already discussed this, that open interest, when we were talking about option chain analysis, right? So we have discussed that whenever we're talking in terms of open interest, the highest call option is actually working as a resistance, right? And the highest put option with OI is the support for the market. Now when the stock was here, probably at this point, let's say it was trading here, so these people were getting scared, right? So probably they were thinking that probably market will move up. So what will happen? These people will try to square off their position. Okay, so this 1,000 call option is overcrowded as of now. Okay, you might have seen it. You can easily see that this place is overcrowded, right? So that means a lot of people have created a position. Now what happened? As soon as price moved above this, see the price is at this point. So what happened? We have seen an unwinding happening in this particular strike price. Okay, so this hollow on the upper side of this bar showing that this is a unwinding happening. and probably these people might have shifted to this call option or probably this call option, right? So that could be the case. Now, when we talk about this, right? So when price was breaking this level 1000 call option, do we able to find, or we can say, can we able to find this trade very easily that that this breakout is genuine, right? So how do we identify if we should be taking the trade? Okay, so probably the stock has moved up only 18-19 rupees, right? But do we have any kind of data that will help us to identify that this breakout was genuine? Okay, so we are just trying to see what is happening here. Okay, so that is the scenario that we are going to do. So we'll take a lot of examples today so that we can easily understand this. Now when we talk about the order book, what is the things? So now just try to understand. We'll try to relate these two things. So when we're talking about this 1000 call option, and we talked about that this is the overcrowded place, that means people have shorted, created a short position. When market came up to this point, right? Probably let's say this point. So what happened at this strike price? Price has to move above this, right? So when the people are trading at this point of time, they will be scared. So they want to exit from the market. Okay. Now let's say 1000 call option was trading at, let's take an example, let's say 20 rupees. Okay. So this call was trading at 20 rupees. Now what happens when price come to this price? So the people who have created a short position, they wanted to exit from the market. Okay, so the people who have created a short position, they will be buying the option to square of the position. So when we have two things here. So that is, one is bid and ask. Okay, now let's say the call option is 20. So bid option is, let's say, 20.20 and ask is at 20.50. Okay, now the next one is, let's say, 20.80, 21.50. So let's why these are the ask prices. So people are willing to sell at these prices. Now what happens? Let's say I have created one position on 1000 call option and I have shorted this particular strike price. Now when price is coming to this price, I am scared that price will, the market can give a breakout, right? So now what happened? I will try to exit from the market and I will not place a limit order here. What I'll do, I will place a market per order so that I can exit from this market quickly. So whenever we are executing any order in the, you can say a market order, what will happen? The market will always pick up the first ask price. Okay. So as soon as I execute this market in panic, what will happen? This price will jump to 20.50. So that will be the next price. Okay. By looking at this jump price, more people will panic and they will again try to, few more people will try to exit from this rate. Okay, so they will execute at 20.80. Okay, so this price will jump to 20.80. Okay, then again more people will come, then they will keep on creating a chain reaction and people are keep on exiting from these trades, right? Okay, so logically the price of this call option will shoot up because of the short covering. Okay, when people are exiting in a panic, we have the opportunity to trade that market by buying the option. Okay, so this is what the agenda we have, right? Okay, so I think this is clear. So that is the concept that we are developing. First we are trying to identify the breakouts, right? That if any particular stock strike price has the highest call option or the put option on the downside, if market reaching to that point, that will create a panic in the option sellers and they will try to exit. Now we need to find that how many people are actually exiting from the market at the current market price. Okay, now this particular trade scenario should have a I would say this particular position should be created when we are probably you can say very close to expiry. Let's say we are in the last week of expiry. Now that will have a gamma effect on this price, so where there you can generate a higher return. Okay, I'll try to explain the gamma effect also, but as of now we understood this thing. So this trade, this scalp trade, or this you can say option breakout trade should be executed when we are anticipating market will can give you a upside move, right? Or probably from the breakout, right? Okay. So we understood the concept. We have the opportunity when market is breaking up above some XYZ level, but we need to see that do we have a panic or not? Okay, because option sellers knows that when we have a time to expiry, this will not be a panic. The price will not rise dramatically. Okay, in this case, it will not rise drastically. The problem we have is the gamma effect will always be higher when we when the market is actually near to the expiry. Okay, so that is the case, right? Fine. So do we understand this thing till now? Okay, now let's try to see what is the gamma effect, and then we will come back to the order and trade analytics. Okay, so I'll go to the option calculator first. Fine. Now to understand the gamma effect, we'll take the two different expiries. Okay, so first let's do the the next expiry where we have at least 8 to 10 days, right? Okay, now I'll put some values here because we'll try to calculate the value. So I'll put the 20 as a volatility and try to calculate the call price. Okay. Now, see, this is the current price and this is a strike price. Okay, so I'm calculating the price. So based on this particular values, the call option price is 186. Okay, so I'll put a price here. Let's say for 24th June. Okay, where we have almost 8 days to expiry, the current price is 186. Okay, so that is the current price. Now let me change the price. Okay, I'll increase the price to 16,000. Let's say I'm increasing the price to 16,000. So because of change in the option price, the 186 will increase because we have an increase in the future price. Because of that, when underlying price moves, the call option will always have a positive impact. So let's see what could be the new price. So when I click on this, I'll get 304. Okay, so this was the earlier price and this is a 304. This is the current price. Okay, so price will rise to this value. So that is the first thing. Now let's try to see the same effect if we are talking in terms of the near expiry, that is 17th June. So I'll keep the same values. Okay, will not change anything. Now first case, if I calculate the value, we'll get the price is 65. So for 17th June expiry, okay, what is the price? 65.66 is the price. Okay, now what I'll do here is let's calculate the price if there's again 100-200 points moved in this price. Okay, so that is 16,000. Okay, and let's calculate the price. So I'll get 209. That is 209. That is the price. Okay, fine. Now we can calculate the return very easily where we have the highest return. Okay, so probably this has given probably 100 points change only. So that's 50% approximately, you can say, even though we can calculate it by 304 divided by 186. Okay, minus 1. So we can do this calculation to get this return. Okay, so that is 63% return. Okay, when we have 8 days to left for this particular expiry, so when this price will change, the option premium will give me 63% gain. Now on the next thing, what is this? 209 divided by 65.66, that is this one, and minus 1, so that is 218% return. So you can see the gamma effect here. When we are very near to expiry, gamma is very high, so that could be a case, that could be a possible return. So whenever we are scalping a trade, we can always generate a higher return on the capital employed. So that's why I'm asking you to implement these kind of options breakout on the when we are very near to expiry. Okay, so probably you understand the gamma effect, right? So this is how it works. We have calculated the theoretical price for the far away, you can say strike the expiry, and the near expiry, because we have only two days left, only you can say 2 days left in this expiry, and here probably we have the 8 days. So when there will be a change in the drastic change in the price now, so the current expiry will always react more to this particular change rather than the far away expiry. So whenever we are taking any breakout trade or any kind of trade under which we are likely to have a breakout, or you can say we are trying to scalp, we are generating the higher return. Okay, So that is okay, we are understood. Now one more thing we can see out of here is how this gamma reacts specifically. So let me make a diagram here. So how do we do it? Okay, so what I'll do here, see, okay, so this is the graph, and let me make it. Okay, so what we are doing gamma versus time. Okay, okay, so I'll create 3 or 4 graphs here. So what happens, so when we are very near to expiry, so the graph will be like this. So gamma will be for, let's say, 3 days only. So for 3 days gamma is high. Okay, now when we have, let's say, 6 or 7 days, let's say 8 days. Okay, so when we're taking, so here the gamma will be like this. Okay, bit of flattish. Okay, when you have 15 to 20 days, what will happen, this will be much more flatter here. Okay, so gamma effect is always on the very near expiry. Okay, so let's say this is 20 days. For the earlier one was, let's say, the blue one is you can say 12 days, let's say. Okay, so that become bit of flattish in this case. So gamma effect will always be higher when we are near to expiry. I think this is also clear. Okay, now one more thing, when we talk about this, you might have thought, or you might have, when you're trading, right, you might have seen that whenever we are trading, okay, or using technical analysis, or we are putting some stop losses, okay, or what happens generally, when you place some orders, market generally comes to that price, hit your stop loss and runs away. Okay, and then we generally say this continues to happen. Probably you might notice one more thing here, that let's say you have again a bid and ask price, let's say. Okay, so let me just make it. Okay, so that's bid price, let's ask price. Okay, now what happens whenever we place order, let's say a strike price 15,800 call option is trading at, let's say, 70 rupees. Okay, now when you place an order, so what happens generally, when let's say when we are placing an order in any particular call option, so what happens, there is no change in the spot price generally. But when we place a limit order that I want to buy it, right, let's say if I place 70, probably I'll try to place bit less than this. So let's say this is, I'll go with 69.80. I'll try to put this price, and seller might be sitting at, let's say, 70.20. Okay, now what happens generally, when we try to do this, price generally increases bit with a small value. Let's say the price will shift to 70.20. Okay, again I'll try to change it. Let's say let's move to 70 rupees. I'll try to see this. What happened, again price moved to 70.40. Okay, so I'll try to remove it. Again I'll try to change it, 70.40. So what happens, when I chasing the price, it keep on increasing, and there is no change in the spot price. And generally we have this kind of scenario, you might have noticed it, or if you haven't noticed, you might notice sometimes. Okay, so this generally happens. Now in this case, what happens in this, because of, in case of fear of missing out this particular trade, we generally go and buy at the current market price, whatever the rate is there. Okay, so again, in that case, when there is a panic or market is moving, right, so generally most of the traders are actually executing the trade at the ask price. So whenever they're executing the trade at the ask price, what happens, market generally shows a rapid movement in the option prices. Okay, so if we get this data somehow, that how many people are trading at the current market price, that is, they're executing the trade at the ask price, that is where we can have an edge over other people, right? Okay, so this is how this order entered analytics help you. Okay, so now let's see first, so what is the procedure to identify a trade first? Okay, so as you are a pro user now, so you can go to a trigger first. Okay, now try to see one stock which is actually trading very near to its strike price. Okay, and see this open interest should decrease. Okay, like you can see this Hindustan Unilever, that's 2400 call option. Okay, so because stock is just trading above this, we'll try to see this. So let's go to Hindustan Unilever first. You can check. Okay, so in morning session, it did give a trade, right? Okay, and then stock moved up after that. So in the first, first 5 minutes only, we understood that this stock is breaking this 2400 and we can have a panic. So we can check that call. Now 2400 call we will check. So I'll go to the order and trade analytics. I'll write Hind Unilever. Okay, so I'll go to this. Now I have to see the 2400 call option. Okay, so I'll go to the, okay, so what I'll do, I'll place two indicators here. So first is I'll write initiated here. So what two indicators I need to place? The first is a buyer initiated quantity, okay, and seller initiated quantity. Okay, fine. Now what is buyer initiated quantity and what is seller initiated quantity? You need to see that. So buyer initiated quantity will give you quantities that is actually bought on the ask price. Okay, so when this why someone buy at a market price? Because he might wanted to exit from the trade, or probably he has a fear of losing out this trade. So generally we try to enter at the current market price. Okay, so if you're receiving more quantity at the current market price, okay, that means people are in panic and they are trying to enter in the market very in that case they wanted to be they don't want to miss that trade specifically. So that is the case where we are looking for. Now if we check Hindustan Unilever for today's trade, okay, so in the morning first 5 minutes, let's say, so you can have this data, because see, as of now I'm hiding this, we don't require this. Okay, so let's see first 5 minutes. Okay, today, okay, so check the first 5 minutes. Okay, so that first 9:15 to 9:20, see the orders that we have received, the quantity that we have received, 1,48,800 quantity. So you can check it here. Okay, so see, option, at this point of time, the people have bought this option with this much quantity. Okay, now simultaneously we can check the put order also. Okay, sorry, the sell order also. So you need to see this only, the 99,900 only. So the buying orders are always higher as of now. Okay, so more people are executing the trade at the current market price. So we got this trade. Okay, even though if you check at 1 minute chart, you will get to understand this thing. Okay, so first minute we have a less order. In the second minute of the trade, we have the highest order, right? You can see that spike. So by 916 or 970, we know that there is a panic in this particular strike price. Okay, so what do we need to do? We'll go to the chart of this 2400 call up. Okay, so we will try to see this. Okay, so I'll plot this now. So this is what we are talking about. Okay, so when we have seen in the first 5 minutes, okay, in first 5 minutes, what happened actually? We have seen a lot of orders coming, because we don't have a data as of now for the below 5 minutes. Okay, so but even if you have 1 minute chart, you can easily track this trade. Even though by 916, 917, you will be get to know that okay, we are receiving a high orders on the current market price, so this market can jump. Now see, even though let's say in 1 minute we are not able to understand it in first 5 minutes, we can execute the trade after 920. Okay, so 920, that means on this particular bar we can have a trade. Okay, so that probably 336 rupees. And see, because of that, we have received a high order, at market price, and there was a panic in this. So that's why what happened, the price jumped from this 36 rupees to 44 rupees. That is what the scalp rate we are talking in terms of. Okay, within just next 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, we will get this trade in our hand. So that is the scalping that we are talking in terms of. 2400 call option was showing us the breakout. There was a shedding in the open interest by 30%, right? As of now, we have seen. So you need to check this particular thing from the triggers, where we have the where the price is actually trading near to its strike price, which can give you breakout. Simultaneously, what we can check is if there is a shedding in the open interest or not. There should be shedding in the open interest, right? So first check if we are receiving the orders at the current market price. If yes, and that is higher than the usual price orders, so that means there is a panic in the market. When there is a panic in the market, people will exiting at the current market price, and that exit at the current market price will push the price up, and it will reach to the, this short covering will show that this price will jump up. Okay, so this is what the trade we are looking for as of now. Okay, now, so I think this is clear. So we'll try to see more examples. Okay, so first we need to see where the stock is actually trading near to its the strike price. So probably you can see Axis Bank. So Axis Bank is 750 call option might give you trade because there is a 17% shedding in the OI, and the stock is trading at 752. So let's see on the Axis Bank 750 call option. June 21, 750 call option. Okay, fine. So let's see. Initiated, we'll put the two orders, two indicators. Buyer initiated quantity, seller initiated quantity. So C. Okay, so day started here. Okay, so initially, okay, so that is the scenario. So initially when market started today, so there was no major orders, but from 9:25 and 9:30 we started receiving the orders at the market price. So that is from the seller side. Okay, we can check here also, but this is the highest one, so it won't show. Okay, let me just see the difference. Okay, so this is the first spike that we got at 9:25. Then we have at 9:27 also we got the 48,000 quantity. Okay, then we can see this is the jump that is it's not usual that see it's very low, but on this particular spike that 9:27 we got to know that Axis Bank 750 call is jumping. Okay, so let's see, there could be short covering in this. So let's see. So we'll go to the chart, we'll put 750 call option. So even though we have received the orders at 9:25, somewhere around 9:25 only, so see this move. Okay, not a big move, but still a good move, right? From 15 to 18 rupees, 18, 19 rupees, that's good call, right? So this is what we need to see. This is what we need to see here. Okay, fine. So that's the that's the thing. Again, now the procedure we need to understand is basically the orders we need to understand here is, first thing that we are looking for triggers, right? So in this, just we need to see which stock is basically trading it's near the strike price where we can have a breakout. So if I calculate this, you can see or this on the also. See, Oro Pharma is trading below this, but there is no shedding in the open interest, right? Probably, if you can see, let me see. L&T is very near to the strike price, 1500. So it is also showing. So L&T 1500 put option we can see. L&T 1500. Even though in put we are also looking for the same thing, right? Even when we are looking for the put option, right? We are doing this from that perspective only. So it's 1 minute. Probably some counters are illiquid, so we need to see bit of the bigger time frame. So let's see. This is the start of a day. So that's 9:25. We have received a good order here. So we have received a good quantity here. So in this particular option, there are a lot of buying happening in 15,000, and here we also have received 11. So 1500 put option we can see. So let's go to the chart, we'll see. So at 9:20, 25, 27, we have received a good buying orders, right? In this put option, see the price has jumped, and again we have recently received the orders also. Okay, probably we have seen that somewhere around here only we have received the buying order. So even though we have received at this also, we have seen a jump. So what we need to see generally here is that the concept behind is always try to see some kind of stocks which are trading to its near to its strike price. Okay, and probably there is a shedding in the OI. So what happens when there is a shedding in the OI? That means there is a kind of a panic in the market. So when that happens, what happens? A lot of people are trying to exit from the market. When they're exiting, that's why this price jumps. So this particular tool is very useful while you're trading the intraday market, or you're trying to find out the breakout trades. Now, one more thing, this is not the only way you can trade. Even if you trade, let's say, lot of indicators, right? Probably you are trading with breakouts on the chart patterns, right? Probably you're trying to find some bottoming out pattern in any particular trade, or you are seeing a multi-year breakout, or could be anything, right? So when you find this kind of situation, you have a breakout, you are trying to see the momentum on the market, and market is trying to jump. So that is the case where you can see this, okay? And you can use this as a supporting tool anywhere. I'm not saying this is the only way you trade. We're just trying to see where you can implement this particular tool. There are a lot of ways, okay? So not only this way, but this works very prominently in the options trade, okay? Even though by looking at the option chart you can see it and you can trade it, right? So that is how it works, right? So just try to practice more, situations under this. Although we are just shuffling a lot of charts in this case, but we are, again implementing a lot of, changes in this particular app. So you can easily create your templates, right? So by the time this video will reach to you, you will definitely have a kind of, templates added to it. So you can just create a template and you can directly go and, open those charts specifically, okay? So that's all from this particular tool, right? There are other indicators also, so we will be, coming with different parts. We'll try to see how this indicator works, but this for this particular demo session, we have to understand two trades specifically, that is buyer initiated quantity and seller initiated quantity. So the buyer initiated quantity is basically buyers are initiating a trade on the, you can say, ask price. And when we're talking seller initiated quantity, sellers are buying, sellers are basically initiated quantity. That means if I bought the call option, I'm trying to exit at the bid price. That's reverse, okay? So that's the case, okay? So these two indicators are very useful for initiating any breakout trades. Try to use it and try to see how you can use this in the different type of trades, right? Okay. So that's all from my side. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, thank you guys.